babes, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. As you guys can see from the title, this video is in collaboration with Wowafrican. They did go ahead and send me their 13x6 body wave unit. It is 22 inches with a density 150, which in my opinion is average to full. So if you guys are looking for something more on the natural side but still giving you a nice good thick luster, on top of the fact that it's body wave, you guys definitely be sure to check out this unit. This is a HD Swiss lace, which you guys can see how transparent it is. I already have a wig cap kind of melted down on my head, which by the end of this you guys will see that I didn't even need it, y'all. I ended up removing it, but just for the sake of the styling part of this, I did go ahead and just kind of leave it on. Trim around the ears, you guys can see everything fit perfectly. I did not pre-pluck, did not pre-pleat pre-bleach I didn't pre-bleach this either. Now, Wowafrican did already bleach the knots on this. As you can see, everything blends perfectly, and you guys know typically when I get a unit I will turn it up a little bit just by tweezing it out, and if I do need to cut any layers, anything extra, I usually do that beforehand. But I want to keep things beginner friendly, right? Because when you get your unit, most of the time you guys are like, what do I do? So this is what I'm doing. I've applied it. I've already tightened everything in the back. It did have wig combs on the inside. You guys can see here, I don't have anything tacked down. The only thing that I did make an effort to tack down was the sides, and you guys saw that I went ahead and used the 𝐔𝐬𝐢𝐴 glue spray for that. Now I'm actually just taking, I think I took a little bit of my camera flat iron spray. You guys know I use that for everything, just to go ahead and clean up the part here. So taking a hot comb, this is actually the moment that I burned myself. I did not keep the clip in because y'all, it was not professional, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and just throw a quick curls in here just to see how it does under, you know, a little bit of heat. I wanted to see how long it could hold a curl, and then also just what it looks like straight out of the gate. Keep in mind, I did not wash this unit. All that I'm doing is literally styling this up. So again, this is for all my beginners out there that aren't really sure what to do with the wig, but you know when you get it, you can probably do the bare minimum. So you are definitely going to need to get you a hot comb. The one that I have is temperature regulated, so it's not just a plug and go on and off type of thing. Definitely make sure to check this out. I believe I got it from Amazon, so I'll try to find the link for it. Wowafrican also sent me a coupon code, so use the code Christiana15 to get $15 off of all the wigs. They can either be on sale or regular price, doesn't really matter, but they did go ahead and throw that in for you. So definitely make sure to use the link in my description box if you guys decide to try this out. That way you guys can get the points and also get that discount as well. You guys can see literally without having to do much, all that I did was take my 𝐃𝐿 wax stick just for the front of this, and I'm just smoothing everything back just to really see what that hairline looks like before even really having to pluck it out. And you guys can see it's not too shabby, but I was able to clearly see my wig cap underneath because I used a fairly thick one, number one. And then number two, I did not glue it down or really tack it down in any specific way, but I am taking a 2-inch barrel curling rod just to go through the bulk of the hair. You guys can see it's cutting through with no freaking problem. It's smooth, the hair is really soft, thick. I was not getting a lot of shedding, but I was very curious as to see what the hair, you know, would have ended up doing by the end of the day, to be honest. Because you guys know sometimes you curl hair, you need a ton of products to kind of hold that curl. In this case, I didn't use anything. Usually if you want to use a light holding spray, you can definitely do that, but I was going for more of a wave. And then I also just really, like I said, wanted to get a feel for what the hair was going to do on its own. It does give me the impression that the hair has been either dyed some type of color, I'm not sure, but the natural hair color was really dark. It was on the dark brown / black side. I didn't do anything to the hair, of course, so if that's something you're curious about in terms of maybe wanting to bleach it, just be aware that the hair does come pretty dark. So when you're ready to go ahead and lift that color, you know you're gonna have to do a little bit more work. So from here, I'm just gonna go ahead and finish pretty much curling up my hair. You guys have seen me do this 1,000,001 times, and if you haven't, this is your first time. So I'm gonna go ahead and play some tunes real quick. You guys can kind of follow along if you want to curl your hair while watching this video, and then I'll be back just to kind of finish up the process for you. Okay, babe, so we're on that last curl. You guys can already see the hair to me could have sat a little bit flatter. I don't know if it was my braids. I'm not exactly sure, but the actual unit itself looks beautiful. You guys can see what these curls look like. Everything is nice, full and uniform. However, I didn't like the way that the unit was sitting on my head, and honestly I think that was according to my base. I don't think it had anything to do with the actual unit itself. So I ultimately end up doing just a little bit more to kind of help this out a bit. Took a little bit of my Gotta Be Goose spray just to go ahead and push back that hair to kind of create the not really a hump effect, but just kind of a smooth push back out of your face, and then created just a few baby hairs just to kind of help style the unit up. Like I said, I didn't really do anything to the sides because again, we did not tweeze this out, so don't stress yourself with that. And then of course, if you don't want to do the baby hair, you don't have to. Skip that step and keep it moving. So took the unit off, took off my wig cap, and reapplied it. You guys can see the unit can be worn gluelessly. That was the whole point in making this video. I kind of forgot that along the way. But you guys can see how nicely it's laying down. Boom, literally super seamless. And again, keep in mind, I have not plucked this out. So this is just what it's looking like fresh out of the box. And yeah, you guys can see here already the curls kind of dropped. They definitely need a little bit more layering just because everything is one length and kind of heavy in my opinion. I feel like it could have laid a little bit flatter, so I'm just going to attribute that to the fact that I did not want to burn my freaking scalp. I had already burned my forehead by this point. So yeah, me and the hot comb was having a fuss. So I recommend, if you are going to be using any hot tools, definitely make sure to style your units on a wig head, mannequin head. That way you can really get it as flat as possible, and you don't have to worry about that little weird hump area that you guys are probably already noticing, right? But nevertheless, I kind of wanted to do a quick little style for you. So put it in two little cute little pigtails just to get a feel for it, and the parting on the unit looks really nicely. Leave any comments or questions down below. Let me know what you think about the video. This was cool, you know, beginner friendly for sure. I did end up taking off this unit again, doing a full wash, condition, tweezing this out. So let me know if you guys want to see the update to this video. Keep in mind I'm 5'2", so in case you're wondering how long the hair hits on me, right above the booty, okay? But nevertheless, I love you guys so much. Stay pretty. Leave any comments or questions down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, babies.